10 breathtaking archaeological discoveries that no one was supposed to see. As the sands of time shift and settle, archaeologists have continued to reveal secrets long hidden beneath the Earth's surface. And when they unearth these ancient relics, the whole world often stands still to marvel at how much we are yet to learn about those who lived before us and how we came to be. These discoveries challenge our understanding of history, shake our beliefs, and sometimes leave us with more questions than answers. From the tombs of pharaohs to the ruins of lost civilizations, archaeologists have uncovered evidence of dark rituals, human sacrifices, and ancient plagues that wiped out entire populations. These findings suggest the existence of creatures that were once thought to be mere legends, and evidence of wars that threatened to engulf the entire world. But as fascinating as they are not without consequences. For every truth that is uncovered, there is a new mystery that arises. For every answer found, there's a new question that begs to be asked. And sometimes, what they learn can be too much for our fragile minds to handle. So, are you ready to uncover the deepest secrets of time? Buckle up and prepare to be taken on a journey through the most terrifying and mind-boggling discoveries made by archaeologists. Number 10. The Ancient Burial Site. The journey of the archaeologists began in a remote jungle in South America, where they first stumbled upon an ancient burial site. As they began to excavate, they found several mummified bodies believed to be over 1,000 years old. Each mummy had been mutilated in a gruesome manner, with limbs missing and organs removed. Over 100 mummified bodies have been recovered from the site, along with a wealth of artifacts and other objects that offer insights into the lives of these ancient people. But what's even more intriguing about the site is the level of preservation achieved. Many of the mummies are incredibly well preserved, with their skin, hair, and clothing still intact after centuries in the ground. The archaeologists were left wondering what ritualistic practices had occurred here, but things are better left unsaid. Number 9. Viking Death Pit. In 2021, a group of archaeologists in Denmark discovered a mass grave containing the remains of at least 48 decapitated individuals. The grave is believed to be a Viking death pit dating back to the 9th century. The death pit was first discovered in 2019 while archaeologists were excavating in the town of Vinjora, Norway, and it was believed to date back to the Viking Age. The pit contained the remains of at least 6 individuals, all male and aged between 18 and 45 years old. The bodies were found in a jumbled state, with limbs and skulls separated from the body, indicating a violent death. The discovery sheds light on the violent nature of Viking society and provides valuable insights into the culture and practices of this fascinating historical era. Number 8. Human remains in a Mayan sacrificial cave. It's often said that ancient temples were sites for ritual sacrifices, but the Mayan sacrificial cave shed light on this ancient civilization's religious practices. In 2020, a team of archaeologists in Mexico discovered the remains of over 100 people in a cave that was believed to have been used for human sacrifices by the ancient Mayans. The cave was also used for ritual offerings to the gods, and at least 6 individuals were identified as offerings to the gods, and many considered the cave as sacred. Analysis of the bones revealed signs of violent trauma, suggesting that they were killed before being deposited in the cave. This further highlights the complex cultural and religious practices of the ancient Mayans. Number 7. Child sacrifices in Peru. One would have thought that was all there is to these terrifying discoveries. Sadly, these things seem to be in abundance, and the ancient burial site isn't even terrifying compared to this. In 2021, archaeologists in Peru announced yet another chilling one. It was a mass grave containing the remains of at least 227 children sacrificed by the pre-Columbian Chimu culture over 500 years ago. The Chimu civilization existed on the northern coast of Peru from the 9th to 15th centuries and is believed to have been one of the largest empires in South America before the arrival of the Incas. The children, who were between the ages of 4 and 14, were found in a burial site in the district of Huanchaco, about 560 kilometers north of Lima. The Chimu civilization was heavily dependent on agriculture, and a lack of rain would have been a major threat to their survival. So, the archaeologists believe that the children were sacrificed in a ritual to appease the gods and bring rain to the drought-stricken region. Some of the children showed signs of having been drugged with cocoa leaves or maize beer, while others had their chests cut open and their hearts removed. The remains of animals were also found at the site, suggesting that they were also sacrificed as part of the ritual. Number 6. Ancient plague victims in Sweden. Somewhere in Sweden, archaeologists uncovered a site that sent shivers down their spines, a burial ground for victims of an ancient plague, which wiped out a significant portion of the population. As they dug deeper, they found skeletons huddled together, their bones twisted in agony. The sadness of the discovery overwhelmed them, knowing that these people had suffered terribly in their final days. Imagine the desperation of the families who watched their loved ones succumb to the disease. Sad indeed. As the team examined the bones, they found signs of a community torn apart by grief and despair. The victims' bodies showed signs of malnutrition, indicating they may have been too weak to care for themselves in their final days. Number 5. The Headless Vikings of Dorset. Just when they thought they'd seen it all, archaeologists stumbled on another mass grave in Dorset, England. The remains of at least 54 young men, all with their heads severed and placed next to their bodies or legs. Analysis of the remains and other artifacts found at the site led researchers to conclude that the victims were likely Vikings who were executed by Anglo-Saxon locals during the late 10th century. The gruesome nature of the killings, combined with the number of victims, suggests a level of violence and brutality that is difficult to comprehend. It is also a sobering reminder of the dark and violent history of humanity. Number 4. Cannibalism in Jamestown. In 2013, archaeologists in Virginia discovered shocking evidence of cannibalism among the early English settlers at Jamestown. What they saw was the remains of a teenage girl, showed signs of being butchered and eaten by her fellow colonists during a period of extreme hunger. Can we say it was a culture or a desperate time that called for desperate action? Number 3. The Lost City of the Monkey God. It's mind-boggling how a city can be swallowed up by time and matter, but that's the story of every lost city, including the Lost City of the Monkey God. In 2015, archaeologists in Honduras discovered the ruins of an ancient city in the jungle that had been lost for centuries. The city was believed to have been home to a mysterious civilization that worshipped a monkey god. The area had long been rumored to contain a legendary city filled with gold and riches, but for centuries it remained undiscovered. Using cutting-edge technology, a team of archaeologists, scientists, and filmmakers set out to find the lost city. After months of searching, they stumbled upon a network of plazas, mounds, and pyramids hidden beneath the jungle canopy. The team's leader, Douglas Preston, described the discovery as the greatest archaeological find in the Americas in a century. The artifacts found at the site revealed a sophisticated civilization that existed in the area for centuries but mysteriously disappeared around the time of the Spanish conquest. Number 2. Graubele Man Discovery. The Graubele Man is the name given to a well-preserved bog body discovered in 1952 by archaeologists in Jutland, Denmark. The body is believed to be that of a young man who lived during the Iron Age, around 2,300 years ago. The Graubele Man's remains were found in a peat bog, and his body was so well preserved that even his fingernails and hair were still intact. His remains showed that he was most likely a sacrificial victim, as his throat had been cut, and his body was deposited in the bog as an offering to the gods. Over time, Graubele Man has become a symbol of Denmark's cultural heritage, and his remains are now housed in the Mosgard Museum in Aarhus. Number 1. Severed hands. Another chilling discovery was that of severed hands in a pit located in ancient Egypt. The pit, located at the site of the lost city of Avaris, contained nearly 16 severed hands, all belonging to adult males. This was particularly chilling as the hands were all buried together, indicating that they were not the result of a random occurrence, but rather a deliberate act. Further in-depth analysis of the hands revealed that they had been bound before being severed, suggesting that the victims had been restrained and then mutilated. It is believed that the hands may have been used as a form of punishment or as a symbol of power by the ruling class.